This time the Quick Speed Shop, I'm here at the Backyard Gas Station. Check out that Richfield sign up there. Where is it? Bam, that's awesome. We've got the Studebaker truck here. Check it out, the trailer's hooked up to it. Why is that? Well, I'll tell you. We're gonna load up the old Dragster here. We got an awesome event. It's called the Secret Drags. It's at the Seneca Army Depot in Romulus, New York, and I'm gonna do a whole separate event video on that. But for today, I've got to get this thing running. It hasn't run in forever. The carburetor's all screwed up on it. I think it's got a needle and seat problem. So we're gonna drag this old Dragster out, work on it in the garage for a while, get it running, get it loaded up on that trailer, and get it ready to go to the Secret Drags. And then the next video is gonna be all the event coverage of that. So it should be pretty awesome. So without further ado, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna tow it up to the garage and we'll start wrenching. Yeah, I'm working on the Dragster because it is Secret Drags at the Seneca Army Depot and old time drags, pre-64, and I want to try to get this thing running good. We're going to take it to the show actually in a couple hours. Ted's coming over and I'm trying to get this guy dialed in, and it's been running like garbage, mostly carburetor wise, and this old 4Jet is pretty nasty. So I'm going to try to blow a little goo out of it. The air bleed appears to be stuck. That ain't good. Just going to give her a little bump over. Here I put some fresh gas in it, hooked up a fresh battery. I believe it's a fresh battery. Let's give her a bump over and see if it does anything. Oh, immediately. I can't see if it's pumping. Hold on, let's move the gas can away from the fire. Is it filling up the... That's filling up the thingamajig. Having like choke, or not choke, what do you call it? Issues. I got to run it with the choke mostly closed. Let's give her a tap here on the needle and seat. I have a Carter AFB that I could bolt on here, but this is the narrow bolt pattern, I think. But I have an adapter I can make it work. But if I could get this guy just to run long enough to run and make some noise and do stuff, it'd be awesome. Do we have any squirter yet? Yeah. Got no squirter. Well, we got fuel in the fuel filter. Now, did I hear that fuel doesn't like to suck through, fuel pumps don't like to suck through a fuel filter? That could be an issue. Oh, well, the first issue was I didn't have the ignition on, but we're not getting any fuel. Let me put this fuel filter on this tank, but it sucks dry. It doesn't get enough fuel into it. Unfortunately, this is gravity feed, so I got to do this fast. You know what? I think I want to jam the, get rid of the filter and jam the fuel line. We can put the filter up here if we have to, but maybe it doesn't need a filter just for what we're doing. I probably filtered most of the crap out of this tank. Let me get rid of this filter down here because it might just be sucking air because it doesn't fill all the way up. We're kind of like gravitying into it, but we're super short. Let me do that first. I found a longer piece of hose here. I can eliminate this whole shooting match. Like I said, this is a gravity feed tank, and unfortunately I just put like 3 gallons of gas in it, which is already running out, but I think I can jam it on real fast and not lose a ton. Oh yeah, it wants to lose everything. Hold on a minute. There we go. If we don't suck through this filter, that might be what one of the problems is. It doesn't fill the filter up all the way, and then the pump is constantly sucking air. That could be a huge problem. So we'll rectify that with a new piece of hose, which seems kind of crunchy. should be good enough for what we're doing. Is that long enough? Oh yeah, perfect. That's another reason why you don't want to set up gravity drain tanks anytime you have a hose come off or have a leak or anything. You empty your entire fuel tank right on the ground. You always want to try to suck out of the top, but this is like a golf cart gas tank I'm using on this guy, and it's good enough for the girls we date. There. Pop this guy off. This should give us straight shot, no air. I always wondered about that. I wanted the filters to collect garbage, obviously, but for what we're doing, it probably don't matter. All right. Now, that should be a lot better. If I had one of them fuel shutoffs you could put in line, I would have put a shutoff in line here, but I don't, so I won't. Motor over, outrun the ignition, see if we can pump some fuel in this carburetor. Now let's see what we got. Still nothing. It's trying. Okay, I got gas in my... It's barely... It's trying to do something. Anything? Got a tiny little shot of accelerator pump. Tiny, it's not really working good. It can't be the simple things like a fuel filter clogging your action. It can't be that. It can't be simple. We got plenty of fuel. Actually, it's acting like the needle and seat is stuck because it's got pressure behind it. Whoa, yeah. That's exactly what's going on. The needle and seat is stuck. Because I had plenty of fuel pressure. You saw it spurt. She spurted. Well, son of a bee sting. Who knows where the needle and seat is on that guy. I got my throttle. Let me bring the other carburetor over here. I might have to use the carburetor adapter cater to put it on. Now, I ran this carburetor on an engine a long time ago, like 20 years ago when it ran. Yeah, it's got that different bolt pattern. And it's full of cat hair. That's perfect. I'll suck that right through. So this guy, is missing a fuel inlet. Great. But is it the same threads as that one? That's the next question. That would kill us right off the bat if it wasn't. Do I have something to thread into it over here? I know what it takes. It'll take a piece of brake line, 5/16 brake line. That'll work if we got something like that. So next thing is, will the throttle hook up? Not real good. Nuts. All right, through the magic of don't trash it if you can stash it, I just happen to have another carburetor for a Buick because I happen to have, oops, just lost some parts, this Offenhauser dual quad 401 to 425 Nailhead intake. And I bought it at Syracuse a couple years ago. I didn't run a dual quad because it's not the look I'm going for, but it had this like Carter-ish, or maybe it's a 4-jet, or Rochester 4-jet. Now it's a Carter AFB. But it bolts onto the Buick. It's got the right Buick kickdown and stuff. So we should be okay here. I'm just going to try it temporarily. It's for a spread bore manifold, and this is a straight bore manifold, which I have a Mr. Gasket adapter that I couldn't put it if I want to run the secondaries. But I just want to see if it runs on, fills up a gas and it runs. So let's go ahead and leave the ignition off. Let's pump it full of fuel. Let's see if we got any accelerator pump action. Let's see here. No. No, no, no. Let's bang the needle and seat around. Oops. Oops. Hopefully this, I can convince it to run on this carburetor. Convince it to run. Give her some juice. We have an accelerator pump yet. Oh, there we go. She'll run now. It was shooting. It's still trying to fill the bowls up, I guess. Come on. Did I flood it? This accelerator pump is not happy. There we go. Now it's accelerator pumping. Woo! Spicy. Come on, baby. Accelerator pump. Give me some accelerator pump. I need it. Pump me. It's dirty. Dang, bro, that's loud. Holy shamoly, that's loud. Yikes. All right. So that works. That works. That's good enough to run around and have some fun and make some noise and show people what's up. That's mixture screws are set right to full action. They're closed all the way off. The idle screw. Where's my screwdriver? That's loud, son. We're going to give it a turn and a quarter off of closed. And I believe that's closed. So we're going to go 1 1/4. This one closed too. Yep. We're going to go 1 1/4. All right, let me hook up my linkages. All we need is the front 2 barrels. That's fine. So I don't get killed. What? I don't hear nothing. I can't hear what you're saying. L-O-V-D-E, loud. Let's see if she'll idle now. Oh, yeah. She'll idle. She'll start. You need these. Holy shamoly, that's loud. Damn, bro. That's all we need. That's good. That's real good. Yikes. This thing was running like on like a splash of fuel before. Now it's got like all the fuel. Oh man, that's impressive. Look out. This is impressive. Look out. Holy cow. Holy cow. Alright, this should fire it up right now. bit. That's not good. I got to put a heavier spring on the throttle. Are you watching? Yeah, I got to put a heavier spring on. I got to put a heavier spring on the throttle. Where'd my gears go? Now. Oh boy. It definitely needs a return spring. Or a stiffer return spring, because that's no good. Easy now. Thing will kill you. I got to put a stiffer throttle return spring on there. That's not good. Did you guys get a shot? Maybe? I don't know. Did a burnout on the trailer. That's good. Can't be having the throttle stick. Other than that, I think it's all right. I don't know why it's sticking. Actually, probably the, what do you call it? The spring is probably just a little weak. Oh yeah, it's not real tight. That's, Let me go see if I can find a better spring. I got this guy put away, and stay tuned for the next video. You're going to see this thing in action. I get talked into running it multiple times down the drag strip, which is crazy considering the rear tires are 70 years old and the front tires are 50 years old. And oh, by the way, yeah, stuff like this, like extremely dry rotted and very unsafe, and like no safety equipment, and you know, World War II seat belt from an airplane that's probably kill you, like a junk roll bar, like marginal brakes, oil everywhere. Oh yeah, she ran down this track multiple times. And if you're watching this video, it's because I didn't die. So stay tuned for the next video, the secret drags at the Seneca Army Depot in Romulus, New York. But today, we got this guy running and ready to perform. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at the Seneca Army Depot in Romulus, New York.